What's up guys, welcome back to another Division video. Today I'm going to give you guys a quick strategy for the Falcon Lost hard mode incursion. This incursion isn't that difficult on hard mode, but if you don't have a decent team, good communication, and a basic strategy, you're not going to make it 5 waves. So first things first, let's go over what you're going to be dealing with when you play the incursion on hard mode. All of the enemies are going to be level 32 veterans with a few elites thrown in here and there. So you'll be dealing with snipers, grenadiers, shotgunners, and heavy machine gunners. You know, the usual LMB type enemies. The other enemies you'll deal with are the new drones and the APC itself, which we'll get into more a little bit here in a little while. The drones won't cause you a whole lot of trouble running this strategy I'm about to show you. The only time you have to worry about them is when you have to run around the map and clear remaining NPCs, or when you're trying to pop your head out to kill snipers or enemies that are hiding around the hidey hole. Dealing with each enemy type and knowing where they spawn is the object of this video and your overall key to success in trying to complete the incursion. To beat Falcon Lost, you have to complete 15 waves of enemies and place bombs that spawn every few rounds on the APC itself. So, onto the strategy itself. When you first enter Falcon Lost, you want to run straight past the first stairway and then down underneath into a trench area, which is where most of this gameplay is taking place. This is going to be your home base for basically the entire incursion. This doesn't make it a cakewalk, but it will definitely help funnel enemies into a manageable area that you can then shoot from. In terms of loadouts, I played around with several skills trying to find the most useful one. You don't spend a whole lot of time in cover, so the smart cover wasn't useful. Like I said, enemies funnel into a manageable team shot area, so flashbangs aren't as useful as they are in challenge mode, but what I liked using the most was the pulse scan with the tactical scanner mod to give my squad the most damage per shot possible, and the support station with the ammo cache mod to cut down on ammo loss while also healing your squad and decreasing cooldowns of your squad skills. A second member of my squad used basically the same skill loadout, and with our combined skills, our squad almost never had to worry about cooldowns and were constantly popping tactical scanners and melting enemies when they got close. I recommend at least 2 players running with a tactical link signature skill for tight situations where you will really need a lot of damage output, 1 player running with survivor link where you will need that extra health, and 1 with the recovery link, preferably the support role who stays back and out of the major combat so that that player can revive other teammates from a distance when they go down, and a lot of them will go down because the APC will one-shot you. Shotgunners are going to be your main problem. Like always, these guys charge up in your face, blasting you as they come. All of these guys are going to be veterans, so they're easier to take down, but there's a large group of them. They spawn at the beginning of the rounds and usually funnel down the entrance of the trench where you first enter from. Now there is another entrance on the other side, so be sure to keep an eye on that one as well. So coordinate with your squad members and pop tactical scanner when these guys get close, and use SMGs if you have them. Shotgunners need to be your first priority. Regular soldier types and snipers and grenadiers won't be much of an issue in this trench area since it protects you from the top, but when you poke your head out to shoot at any enemies, you will be vulnerable to everything. Snipers will spawn up on the railings on either side of the map, so if you have marksman rifles, be sure to equip them when this wave shows up. The second biggest thing you have to watch out for is the APC's missiles and grenades. These will kill you through the grating above you, and the only way to avoid it is to run out of the blast zone. Drones will also spawn every few rounds, but these are really easy to take down and won't cause major issue if every player focus fires on them and gets rid of them quickly. But watch out for the taser drones. They can freeze you in place, and that can be really bad when the APC is spitting out those grenades. Now when you need to plant a bomb on the APC, your best bet is to eliminate as many enemies from the current wave as fast as possible, leaving only 2 or 3 left, and then split into the 2 groups and run to either side of the APC, dodging the auto turret's fire and making it to the control panels placed on either side of the APC. Here you can deactivate them for 10 seconds, allowing the player with the bomb to place it on the APC and get back under cover. You want to coordinate with the players on the other side of the APC to deactivate the turrets at the same time. And the reason I say you need to do this as quickly as possible when eliminating enemies is because the next wave will spawn. Once you complete this, sprint back to the trench and repeat the process. This is basically the entire strategy. You might have to run it a couple times to get the feel for it, but it's really easy, really simple, and I guarantee you with a little bit of practice, you'll make it through the hard mode. The final thing you need to know though is stick together. If you and your squad don't stick together, especially if it's your first go around, then you're going to be in for a rough time. Teamwork is essential. This incursion isn't extremely advanced in terms of mechanics, but it still requires a lot of communication and cooperation. So when you have to clear a few remaining enemies lingering in the area that you can't shoot from the mouth of the trench, and by the way, try to stay away from the trench opening where the APC is, because the turrets can shoot you from there. Be sure to move as a group when you leave the other side of the trench and stay under cover as much as possible. My team liked to stay close to the trench entrance, but we could move into the overhang on the right side of the room and stay relatively safe when we needed to clear those last remaining enemies. So this was my quick and simple guide to completing the incursion on hard mode. It's not the most complete guide out there, but it will definitely help you get further in the incursion than running around like a chicken with your head cut off out in the open. I will have a much more complete guide when I beat the challenge mode. And also, as a side note, this was my very first playthrough of the incursion ever, this gameplay that you're watching right now. So this is a good example of just how effective this strategy is. My team only wiped about 3 or 4 times, and then we went straight through and beat it in about an hour and a half. And with that, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the remaining gameplay, and you'll be able to check out the kind of rewards I get at the end of this thing. If you enjoyed the video, how about giving me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button? It would mean a lot to me. And until next time, don't trust anyone in the dark zone.
Agent, you need to place those explosives.
Turrets are offline! I am not letting those bastards win this time! If we're going down, so are they! Fire! Okay! Oh, fuck! Turrets down! Son of a bitch! Get him back!
Good job out there. We lost some really good people, but if that APC hadn't been stopped, the situation would have been much worse. We managed to stop any airstrikes on the city, for now. If the LMB regroups, we risk losing everything we've worked so hard to gain. Stability won't come easily. We can't rest just yet. None of us can. Plow out.